Now I'll turn this custom window sketch into an actual piece of geometry. Go to Perspective and extrude the sketch. We have a problem. It has to do with the way that splines generate islands and voids. They alternate between solids and voids, each time you have another closed subspline. So this will not work for us. We need to partition the sketch into different pieces that we can deal with independently. I'll get rid of the extrude modifier and go back to the front viewport. Hide unselected to focus on the window sketch. Go to Spline Level and select all of the glazing. Detach it as a copy to generate a unique and independent object. I'll call it Glazing 01. Right now that new object is overlapping my sub-objects, so I'll hide unselected again to reveal the window sketch. This time I'll hold down the Control key and select this subspline. I'll detach this as another object called Muntins. Again, hide unselected. Select the outer two subsplines and detach a copy called Frame. Hide unselected. Go back to Object Level, and now we're done with this sketch. I'll delete it and then unhide all. It looks just the same, but we've partitioned it into 3 different objects. I'll go into Perspective and select the frame by name and extrude it. I'll extrude it the thickness of the wall, -5, plus 2 more inches, so I'll make it -7. Then I'll move this back -1 inch in Y so that the frame overlaps and overhangs the wall on both sides. Now I'll select the Muntins, and we'll treat these differently. Instead of using extrude, which is certainly an option, we'll use bevel in this case. Bevel works like this. It has 3 different levels with an optional outline, which we don't need to use. Outline does this. We've already set the outline in our elevation sketch, so we're good. I'll increase the height by clicking on the up arrow just once, and then I'll increase the outline by clicking on the up arrow here twice. We've created a beveled effect on the inner part of the Muntins here. I'll turn on level 2 and increase the height to 1 inch. You see what's happening there? Now it's extruding straight back. I'll turn on level 3, increase the height once, and then decrease the outline twice to bevel this part inward. I'll go into the top viewport and zoom in and move this back to more or less the center of the wall. Go back to Perspective and select the glazing. The glazing just needs to have a little thickness, so I'll extrude it just 1/4 of an inch maybe. I'll give it a different color so that we can differentiate it, and I'll move it back until it's inside There. To be sure, I should check out the top viewport and line it up. It looks fine. Now I'll select all three parts and group them together and call it Window 1. There's our custom window. Now it's easy to copy. If I lock the selection, I can snap it into another opening and instance it.